service support line or episode to the website for more information. Can I start by taking your name and contact number?
Yeah, you can. Did you say Dan? You say?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Right, Dan. Well, the thing is, did you say it's come from a different place? I didn't get what you were saying there. Is this action fraud, or has it been diverted to somewhere else?
No, this is action fraud.
Is Andy or Amelia there? Andrew, or should I say, Andrew or Amelia there? Your managers?
Unfortunately, I can't transfer you from this location.
You can't transfer me from that location. Well, my contact number is 07495 409 168. Amelia was meant to have contacted me, but sadly she's not done that. I contacted Action Fraud again on the 11th, and I think it was Emma. Who was it? Emma? No, it might not have been Emma. I forget the lady's name. She forwarded me an email, because this has been going on for a long time now. There was a subject access request because I wanted to see the information that had been forwarded to the National Fraud Investigation Bureau and the City of London Police, because the City of London Professional Standards Department had forwarded my complaint back to the Action Fraud, because Action Fraud had failed. And when Andrew escalated the case before, they just fobbed me off again. So City of London Professional Standards Department has been back. And Amelia, when I spoke to Amelia, she said that, yes, she was going to forward it on to the National Fraud Investigation Bureau and the City of London Police, marking it urgent and on grounds of serious public importance. And this is way over 2 weeks ago, way over 2 weeks ago now, and still I've had nothing from the National Fraud Investigation Bureau, and I've also had nothing from the City of London Police. And as I've stated all the way through this, delaying justice is denying justice, and this has been now going on for near on a year that I've been denied it. Well, since for the whole lot, but since April, I think it was, when I first reported it to National Fraud, to Action Fraud.
Let's see what I've got in the way of context.
So I'd like it, because I mean, obviously, because she said she couldn't CC me in the internal emails, which is stupid, really, because I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get access either via a data subject access or a freedom of information to those emails. That was the only reason how I could get hold of City of London Professional Standards Department. I mean, I was told by Action Fraud to contact the IOPC, to which I did, yeah. To which I was lied to, because the IOPC said that there was an ongoing investigation with the City of London, PSD, which there wasn't. And they never got back to me ever again since, and I've just been stonewalling me ever since, won't answer to my emails or notice and demand. They're requesting for that information. And I contacted somewhere else where they was forwarding the information to City of London Police, the Professional Standards Director, Department, and they never got in touch with me. So I contacted them again, and they still never got in touch with me. So I got a freedom of information off them to get the emails, and bless her, she had done what she had said. And then I got the contact of a Mike Sear, who was at the City of London Professional Department, and hence, he said it was marked urgent. It was over 30 days. The complaint had been lodged with him, and there was still nothing being done. And then I got an email back saying that it was back with the Action Fraud. So, when in contacting, this is over 2 weeks ago. And like I say, I mean, you now have, well, not you personally, but Action Fraud, City of London Police, the IOPC, the City of London Professional Standards Department, And everybody else, basically everyone concerned, has now the 100% incontrovertible evidence of a crime being committed by a court manager who won't tell me who's made the document. So he's had to accept guilt because he won't. I've asked him 3 times to tell me who did it, and he won't. But regardless, he was the one that sent me the document, and that is a forgery. That is a counterfeit document, and that is a crime, and it's got a court seal on it. That's 7 years imprisonment. So one thing or another, there is a crime being committed, and it's being concealed, it's being covered up, and anybody who conceals a fraud is a crime in of itself, and to conceal a fraud is a fraud, and fraud is gross negligence. And that is all I have been met with in all of this journey, trying to report this crime, even trying to complain about these crimes within inside the court system itself. That's exactly, I've been met with exactly the same all the way through, with the courts, with the police, with action fraud, with the people that regulate action fraud. It's disgusting, mate. I'm at a loss at the moment. All I can do is just keep smashing away until I find someone that's got any ounce of moral compass or decency that will actually step up to the mark and help me, help the system, cleaning it up from the dirty people that are within it, that are breaking the trust and destroying this country, basically. Yeah.
Maybe working on behalf of London Police or National Fraud Investigation Bureau. But the only connection there is that people will phone up with a fraud, we'll write it down and we'll send it off. That's it, that's where we'll stop.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to understand what is it, what is all the information that you have.
I want to know that you have forwarded it on, who you forwarded it on to, when it was forwarded on, and what that forwarding on was the information. Because the other side to this, most of these people are police that are in these positions, especially when it comes down to the CEOs and whatever, they're retired police. They understand fully well about plausible deniability, because there are laws that clearly state that if you don't act when you're in a position to act, then you become complicit in the crime itself. So when they've been given the facts of a crime that's been committed and they fail to act, that is breach of a lot of things, apart from the fucking obvious simple one, which is they're obligated by their contract to provide a service, and they're not providing a service for a start-off, so they shouldn't be getting paid. So that's theft of the public purse, because they're not doing a job that they're paid to do. But apart from the laws as well, like the Criminal Law Act 1967, section 4, that they're now actually complicit in that crime because they're not doing anything about it. So I needed to know that they are in possession, that I've been trying to send, because Action Fraud and the City of London Police didn't give me any way possibilities of sending the evidence so that they couldn't use the excuse of plausible deniability. So once they've got the evidence, they've got to act on it. Otherwise, they're in trouble. So they're denying. I've had months and months and months of getting the evidence, and then when I've got the evidence, I've had months and months and months of trying to get that evidence so that they can't say, "Oh, I didn't know you'd got the evidence." Oh, you know what I mean? So I need to know that they've got it, so that they no longer have plausible deniability. Who's got it, so that I can get them done now and put them on notice, because whoever's not acting is failing in their duty. And like you say, you're the messenger. You're the in-betweener. And I'm not shooting the messenger, but I want to know what the messenger's done. Otherwise, you're not you personally, but Action Fraud. If they're the messenger and they haven't given this message, then you're guilty as well. But I need to know that it's been sent. Pardon? Yeah, I hear that, but words without substance mean nothing. And being what I've dealt with for the last over a year now, I won't take any words without substance, So if you say it's been sent, which is okay, and I accept you understand what you're saying, but I need to see what's been sent so that I can see the substance that it goes with in accordance with what the words that you just said. So in other words, if you say there's something's been sent, let me see what's been sent and what the substance is then going. If it's in accordance with what you say, then I know what you're saying is true, and then I can leave you alone and go on to the people that it's now been forwarded on to, because I don't need to be contacting yourselves, because like you say, you're just an in-betweener. You just forward the message, but I need to know that message has been forwarded on to, who it's been forwarded on to, when it was forwarded on. That's what I need to know from the action fraud. And that was basically what I was asking. That's what I asked Amelia to give me at the first point, because she couldn't CC me in the emails. I said, fine, you don't have to CC me in the emails, but send me an email with who you've sent it to, and that you've sent it to, so that I've got it in writing, that they've got it, so they can't say, oh, they didn't send it me. You know, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I've been met with, my friend. What I'm met with all the way through this is, oh, I didn't know, didn't have this. I need the evidence to say that they can't, so that they can't say that. You know, it's a bit like the IOPC said that there was a complaint already in with the City of London Professional Standards Department, when that was an outright lie. And then when you pull them up on the question now, can you provide that? They don't ever speak to you again. And frankly, as a public servant, then, you know, who you're meant to be serving me. I've asked you a simple question. You've told me that there's something that's in there. Provide me the evidence of that. Who told you that there was a complaint in with the professional standard, you know, the City of London Professional Standards? Because I was told to complain to the IOPC by action fraud. You didn't tell me to go to complain to the City of London Professional Standards Department. Yet the City of London Professional Standards Department told me that I should go to them to complain about, if I wanted to complain about action fraud. Yet action fraud told me go to the IOPC. So I'm being fobbed off and thrown around a lot of stupid places and wasting a hell of a lot of time. And I've been wasted a lot of time by people who are meant to be serving me. And those people are meant to be doing a good job. And you're meant to all adhere to the 7 principles of public life, which is honesty, integrity, selflessness, openness, accountability. And Have not seen any of that. So frankly, it's not you yourself, but so far I've got zero trust in anyone within the public sector. I just want to see the substance that says whether or not someone's telling the truth or not. And then I'll go, okay, then, thank you. You've done your best you can do. Just like Amelia said. You know, like I was saying to Amelia, you know, look, you can only do what you can do because that's your position as you can do. Fine. But so long as you've done what you can do and all that you can do, then that's all I ask of you. And that's what you're paid to do. That's all, you know. So I'm not asking for you to do anything you're not being paid to do. So that's all I wanted. But I just want the evidence of it, so that now, you know, if I don't get an answer, which I knew I wouldn't get an answer because it's been over 2 weeks now, and this is marked serious on the grounds of public, you know, of public importance. This is a very serious crime. This is a crime that they can't dispute. There is no dispute. It's a crime, and it's being covered up and concealed. There's no disputing on that factor. So, you know, it's very serious, and I would like the people within the public sector to see how serious this is, and to give me as much support as they possibly can, so that I can get to the bottom of this. And because there's going to be an end, you're not going to be the part of that end. You're just going to be a part of that journey. And I just want you all to do your job so I can get it to a final position and hold somebody accountable for what's not been done. Now, that is provide the justice, which is what they should be. And justice should be seen. Not only should it be done, it should be seen to be done. And I haven't seen any of it as yet, but I will see it be done. One way or another, I will see that it is done, because it's my duty.
From my standpoint, there's a couple of options.
Yeah.
Normally, which I don't think you don't like, is you go through the contact page on our website.
I've got my last email that came from Action Fraud was on the 11th. It says, following your recent contact with Action Fraud, we opened up an inquiry for you. This was recorded under a reference hashtag, or should I say 7256215. The content of your inquiry is the caller reported action fraud on the 14th of the 4th, 2023. The caller is still awaiting a response for this report. NFRC 230-405-882620. As of the 11th of the 12th, 2023, the caller has made 2 complaints regarding this, 7001922 and 7231781. The caller would like Action Fraud to provide the data subject access requested containing all emails, inquiries and correspondences Action Fraud has had with the NFIB, National Fraud Investigation Bureau, and the City of London Police, COLP. I explained to the caller that I would arrange the manager to call back to talk about this, and the caller had previously spoken to Amelia, wanted to speak to her about this matter too, as she is already aware. I have sent off an email requesting this. We aim to deal with the queries in a prompt and blah 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 blah. Yours sincerely. Yeah. Now, I haven't had a response back from this. This is on the 11th. I have not had a call back. They know that the city, by the way, the City of London police, the City of London Professional Standards Department, they marked it priority. They marked it priority. Do you consider this priority? Do you consider, like, they've notified NFIB and say over 2 weeks ago and I've not heard a thing? I'm having to ring you back and I still haven't heard a thing. I get an email on the 11th of December and it's telling me that I'm going to be getting a call back, and I still haven't had a call back, and it's now the 19th of December, over 8 days later. Do you call this priority? Because I'm sure priority means like, it's like first thing. It's a priority. Yeah? It means it's the very first thing you do. So, you know, I don't see this as being priority. No offense, mate, nothing to do with you, because you've not heard anything about this. But frankly, like, you know, if anyone was doing this to you, I would kick off for you, mate. I would say, get your goddamn arse into gear and help this man out now. Yeah. So, you know, I would just like one of you people in that position to do something for me, just like I would do for you.
What I'm going to do, for the overall service, we're offering the back service. So I'll get a minute to call you back. They try to aim to do it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So through this form, I'll see a couple of details on the form.
You're very quiet. I can just hear you.
Yeah, sorry, is that better?
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Yeah, so what's your name?
Andy.
Andy, what's your surname?
The family name is Divine, Devine.
No problem. I'll put your contact number. Then
Yeah. Funny, actually, I'm one of the rare ones that on my birth certificate it just says my name's Andrew. I don't have a surname.
Okay, so when they call you back,
Yeah.
they ask for a secure word. So this will be a word that you tell me. So when they phone back, they say the secure word. You know, they're calling for action for, basically.
Okay. And you want that? You just want me to say a secure word so that you know what it is, yeah? Then you're going to write that down.
Is that good? So reason for the
The main thing here is I need to know who at the National Fraud Investigation Bureau and who at the City of London Police had been forwarded the information from Amelia, providing them with the evidence and the fact that the whole complaint from the City of London Professional Standards Department telling them to get on with it, get the crime sorted. So I want to know who it is that's at the National Fraud Investigation Bureau and the City of London Police that Amelia notified, so that I know who to go to and ask them what the hell they're doing and why they haven't spoken to me since. It's been over 2 weeks, and they've got the evidence now. So there's no arguments. It's not, is this a crime? You know, and it's not just this. This is only one part of the crime, by the way. This opens up a big can of worms. This is why they don't want to go into there, because not only has the court lied to me by falsifying a document to protect this woman for some unknown reason, yeah, by creating a false document of a directions questionnaire. You know, the courts have also stolen £10,000 out of the public purse to allow this defendant to make a £250,000 counterclaim against me, which the Ministry of Justice, Help with Fees, has told me in writing it's an impossibility. It cannot be done. Yet the courts have done it. There's a lot of other things they did. They lied to me, saying that there was a receipt that if you click this, I could go on forever and a day. There's a lot. There's a hell of a lot in it. And the point is, they're protect. I mean, this is the thing. I'm here to clean up the system. You know, it's no good having a system if it's useless and it's got loads of criminals inside it. But we need to clean that system up. If you haven't got kids now, you're going to have kids. You know, we've all got families and friends, and they've got children. Are we seriously, the adults, are going to sit around and let our children's future going to be totally destroyed by psychopaths who have infiltrated the public sector? Are we going to just allow them to do this and group together and work together? It's like pyramids of terror, which is right now it is, between the council, the courts and the police. In fact, there's a four-cornered pyramid, because you've also got the CPS in this, the Crown Prosecution Services, because the Crown Prosecution Service and the council are hijacking the court's authority. There's no records for half of these court cases. I've never seen any. There's no court case records because there's never an information laid at the courts. They're breaching the process. The courts have been hijacked. How are we ever going to get justice if there's no courts? And you're all going to require the court one day. Hopefully it's to take somebody in if they've abused you, or you're going to be taken into it because you're abusing them, somebody else. But the point is, we don't have a system. We don't have a court system. And all the criminals that are working within it seem to be in the biggest criminals are in the public sector themselves, working inside the police, inside the CPS, inside the courts, and inside the council. They're the biggest criminals I've come across. You know? The ones on the streets come down there with a knife, at least you can tell them. You can see who those ones are. But these ones, these are far worse. These are stealing children. These are stealing houses. These are killing people. They're throwing people on the streets by theft, by deception, by abusive process, abusive position. And you can't get them done because why? They're being protected. And when you try to get something done, you've seen, I mean, my case alone just shows, but I'm not by a long shot. I am not anything compared to some of the people that I've seen been fighting for justice. People have been fighting for over 30 years. You know, I've only been fighting a few. I mean, so it's nothing compared to other people. But why? Why are we having to do this when we've got 7 principles of public life there, which says, you know, openness, accountability, integrity, selflessness, selfless. Imagine that, selflessness. In other words, like, yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's your boss, whether it's your work colleague. Wrong is wrong, and it should be done and seen to be done. If it should be corrected, and you've all got a duty to stop and correct it. Doesn't matter if it's your work colleague. You know, what is it? A code that you all have amongst you. Look, if I screw up, you cover my back, I'll cover yours. I'll just keep sending them down this road where they get no, and then, you know, by the time they'll either kill themselves or just give in, and, you know, it'll just be forgotten about. That's what we're up against in this whole system at the moment. And it's time, you know, we had some decent people inside this public sector to do something, you know, help out the people, because the people on the outside, we're trying to help the decent people inside there, because none of you have got a good name, guys. And I can assure you, everyone who calls the people within the public sector scum, they've got a very legitimate reason for doing so. Although I know that you're not all scum, but you're all being tarred with the same brush because there's so much scum in there. It's disgusting, and it's very difficult to get at them because everyone's covering up for everybody, and it's enough. We must stop this. We must start seeing what justice must be done and must be seen to be done, and that's what I want. That's all. Nothing more. I don't even want these people in. I just want to stop. I want it stopping. I want it stopping, because the woman who I was taking to court is still out there. She's still doing the same things, and I know that she's putting out people's information. She's infiltrating, getting people's information. She's putting it out there. She's putting people to suicide and all sorts. She was calling me a paedophile. She was saying I was on the sex offenders list. The police wanted me, and I've got millions in charities. And they're saying this. And there's a lot of stupid people out there that listen to people like this, you know. And these are and this is being protected, by the way, by the police and the courts. You understand? It's disgusting, yeah. Good, thank you. So if Amelia can't make the phone call because she's, you know, it is holiday period and she may have been off and doing Christmas shopping or whatever, then Andrew or Amelia will do.
You got their last names?
No, they wouldn't give them me. So I've only got Andrew and Amelia. Like.
I'll hunt around if you want.
All I know is that they're line managers. Or that's what they told me, anyway. All I know is that's what they'd told me, like, yeah.
What's your email address? The one that you email?
Probably Divine Bar, DEVINEBAR @gmail.com.
Yeah, I'll have a hunt around. I'll get to you back.
If they could, yeah. I mean, because I mean, I just, it would be nice to get a response. You know, it'd be a nice Christmas present, if nothing else, wouldn't it? You know. I'm trying to make light of it because I'm just. I've been, you know, I've had over nearly 150 days trying to get my case management file, which will prove more crimes. So because the courts won't give me the case management file, they're denying me my right to see a case file that I created, that I paid for, and now the Ministry of Justice have lied to me, come back to me saying, "Oh, sorry, we didn't mean that," and then they've lied to me again, and they're denying me access. That's after 150 days of trying to get a freedom of information request, which is mine, what I created and paid for. You know why? This is it, and I know that they're all working together to conceal this. It's clear. They can't.
What did the ICO say?
The ICO, I forwarded it to the ICO now. I've just forwarded it again. They came back to me and said, no, they've got to have 40 days. You've got to give them 40 days. But this was in their, what's it? Even though they didn't ask for a further 20 days, the other ones come back and say, oh, I know it's been 20 days, but we can ask for another 20 days. But they didn't ask for it. And they said to go to complain to the ICO. So I went to the ICO and they said, like, oh, it's not been 40 days yet. So they shut it down. So I've just gone back now. They've given the response. and said not only have they responded again saying sorry for their internal review realized that they'd lied to me. Well, they didn't say that, but they said, oh, they gave us the wrong information, which is lying to by the way. And then they said we shouldn't have said that. We should have said that we couldn't give you this. We couldn't give you this because the case man system isn't in our control. Yeah, if you go on the government website, it's the case man system under the Ministry of Justice. So lies, just lies. They just flow from their mouths. It's crazy. And they refuse to sign anything because they say that they don't have to sign anything, even though law states, yeah, an unsigned document carries no weight in law. It's a worthless piece of paper. It's nothing. So they'll give me answers, but it's not even by an author. Nobody's prepared to stand by what they're saying. So they can lie, can't they? They can say anything they want because no one's brave enough to put the name to it. And they're giving lies saying that, oh, we'll get loads of requests and that person will get loads of requests and it's not fair on them. No, you're not giving an author because you're lying. I've caught them out in about 5 lies already. That's the data subject access team. Every response I've been given back from them has been a lie. They won't give you the information. They just wind you up and just try and lead you down the garden path and tell you to go everywhere else and make a complaint. You know, I'm done complaining. I'm done complaining. The only reason I'm going down this complaint route is so I can get to an end result. And then boom, there's a claim coming. There's a claim coming. And I know exactly what I'm doing for that one. Whoever don't do their job, mate, is going to get done for non-performance. But the thing is, I just need to get them in their hands. So far, everyone's tried to stop that information getting into their hands. But apparently, I'm being told by Amelia that it's been given. Now I want to know who's got it. That's what I haven't been told. So that I can go to them and say, what are you going to do about it now? Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I've got a summary of what you've said for the callback.
Yeah.
I'll have a look around for a minute, see if we'll find it first, and I'll pop it over.
Yeah, Amelia or Andrew. If you look on the actual cases, if you look into my case, you'll see because Andrew he escalated the first one. He escalated it, and I tell you what, you know, how about this? He escalated it. Within 15 minutes, I got a response back saying no. How about that? That's how careful. I know you said yes. I'd love all. In fact, it'd be nice to get all the emails because I'd see exactly what's going on then. I tell you what, if I went into working within your jobs, like I'd soon find out exactly who it was, find out exactly who the Freemasons are, who's protecting each other. You know, because it is mafias basically. You've got mafias protecting you, and you're protecting each other. They're all individual mafias, and you're protecting each other. Yeah, you're working for mafias. You are working for a mafia. You may not know it. You may think it's all legitimate above board, but it's not. They're goddamn mafias. And one day it'll come out, and you'll see exactly how criminal these people have been acting. Acting being the poignant word, really. They're all actors. Hiding behind a corporate veil. You're all corporations as well, believe it or not. Hence why you keep needing to ask for my legal identity. Yeah, well, I don't have a legal identity because I'm not legal. Legal's dead. Legal's the undoing of God's law. Yeah. My constitution is my mind, body, and soul. I'm a man on this planet. Yeah, just doing my time out here, serving my purpose. And at the end of the day, if I brought life into this world, I want to make sure that the life's a better place for him when I leave here. And I'm not going to make it a worse place for him or anybody else. Yeah. And all I ask of other people is to do the same. Let's make this world a better place, eh? Let's stop the corruption. So I'll leave it at that. And I shall hopefully get a phone call. You say normally get that within 24 hours?
Yeah, that'll be within 24 hours.
Brilliant. That'll be fine. That'll be excellent then. Okay, then, mate. Have yourself a lovely Christmas and a lovely New Year. Hope everything comes for you. Everything good? Okay, No worries, mate. Take care then, mate. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. Time now is 16:50 and it's the 19th of December 2023. Ciao, ciao.